What is the book about?
Well, that's a very good question. What is the book about? Well, let me tell you. It is about implementing complex adaptive change, and in a way that works how the system works, not necessarily forcing changes to happen. It stands back and looks at the environment, it sets the conditions, it's aware of how the organization will take in new information and adjust processes and adjust methods. So by thinking about how to adjust the work, you're going to have a sustained effort. That's essentially what it is. I think, Larry, you should talk about the content of the book.
Yeah, and love to. And so in trying to make those exact points, we try to set a foundation, excuse me, by describing some of the foundational processes that are out there right now in being lean and Six Sigma and other kinds of process tools. And then also talking about the human systems dynamics, how that came to be, and actually putting that in context of the kinds of parallel changes that were going along, over the last 50 years. We then expand that by the use of a case story, where we've kind of taken our combined experience and tried to highlight certain dynamics of what we consider to be the worst of a typical linear, step-by-step, because GE did it that way, we'll do it that way too, Lean Six Sigma implementation. We then go on to tell the story again, kind of that Groundhog Day kind of thing, where we retell it with the addition of the perspective of human systems dynamics, that complexity, that self-organizing, adaptive change principles, Brenda, that you were talking about, so that the audience, the reader of the book, can experience kind of what's the same and what's different as organizations go through these implementation procedures in terms of trying to use this new set of tools to help you be more successful in changing.
And I think in conclusion, at the end of the day, the book is a helpful guide by which a real experience can be in fact shared, and people have taken the story to places we would have never thought. So we really did want to give a how-to and not necessarily a theoretical, because it's based off of pragmatic application of these tools in a real-time situation. We picked Lean and Six Sigma because of the most linear parts of the book, linear aspect of business. But if you're doing strategic planning or program management or project management, which are again linear, direct, step-by-step processes, we're trying to offer, here is the how part to make that stuff stick or make it work. By the ability to pull people in and get them to respond and stick with the process improvement.